let's start here with Lamar Jackson.
Is that game of the year so far?
I mean, just unbelievable. And I know a lot of people are going to get their panties in a bunch if you say Lamar Jackson's better than Patrick Mahomes because of the resume. And we're not talking about
legacy quite yet.
A legacy or even like lifetime
accolades.
achievement award. Okay, that's not what we're talking about. Who's the best player? I think it's so obvious. And for all those people who have really been down on him for a long time, even like remember Bill Polian? Bill Polian, who's a Hall of Fame executive or whatever. And I'm not, people get stuff wrong.
Yeah, everybody gets one wrong. But
if you remember him saying this guy should go try out as a wide receiver. Like seriously, that's missing the boat.
Alex, hit me with it. That sounds racist. Hit me with it.
What?
That's
not
you,
racist. Bill Polian. That was sounding. You know what I mean? Like, just go be that athlete. Like, you can't be a quarterback.
And you couldn't have been more wrong about him. And then, of course he can run. Well, we got that. What about in the pocket? Dude, he's annihilating. Have you seen his last 4 games? 14 touchdowns, no picks. You should just look at the numbers from all over the place.
Are insane.
Running the ball, right? Running with the ball, the plays he makes, passing out of the pocket, the perfect fourth quarter yesterday. Joe Burrow has 4 touchdowns or whatever. What do you have? 3 or 4?
4. Yeah, 4 too. Yeah.
And it didn't matter. Like they were
I know
down.
He was looking like what?
like they were down. The Ravens were down 21-7. Kelvin, they were down and out.
Yeah.
And Lamar is he is that guy. I don't know. He is must-see TV. How do you turn away from him?
We don't seem to have a lot of must-see TV this year like we've had historically.
No, the NFL, I'm with you.
The games are, we had some good games, and some teams are really, I think, really good whole teams. Like Detroit, I think, is a really good team. Kansas City is a good team. They're just not explosive and not the most entertaining.
Exciting, right.
They're not the most entertaining like they historically were. The Eagles aren't as exciting as they used to be when Jalen was running and passing. So it's like we're missing Caleb Williams, the special number 1 pick. He's had up and down season, so we don't really have a lot of excitement. So therefore, Lamar Jackson is by far the most exciting thing in the NFL. And I don't mean just quarterback. I'm talking anybody. Kicker, quarterback, running back, pick a back. Lamar Jackson is that. And it's not even close. And when you look at what he's doing, these numbers, he's absolutely the best player in the NFL. And it's really not close. Look at these numbers. The man has we'll call it almost 2,700 yards, 24 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, and a quarterback rating of 123, and we're only in 10 games in for him. He had 24 touchdown passes the entire season last year. He has 24 through 10 games already.
20. This is what we're trying to talk about, the numbers. And
it's insane.
And he was almost unanimous last year in MVP. And his numbers are ridiculous.
You look at like you mentioned, listen to these games and remind yourself, nobody else is doing anything close to this except for maybe Joe Burrow's been on the road. Jared Goff's had good numbers as far as the actual percentages, but not yards or anything like that. So when you talk about Lamar Jackson putting up 348, 323, 281, 289, 280, 290, it's incredible what he's doing. And by the way, when everyone said, he's just not accurate, he just can't make the right play, and he is doing that time after time after time, coming back, and when it's not just he's leading, he's playing from ahead. He's coming back, he's playing from ahead, all of that. He's also playing for a defense that's letting him down. There's been games where he's like, hey, we're doing our job on the offensive side.
Is terrible. They can't stop.
Defense is terrible. Could you guard Jamar Chase, please? You think he might be somebody you want to guard, arguably the 1, 2, 3 best receiver in all of football?
Can I give you his second? This is in the second half alone. Lamar, on third down, 7 for 7, 133 passing yards, 19 passing yards per attempt. 19. 3 passing touchdowns, no interceptions, a perfect 158.3 passer rating. in Jackson's fourth game this season, it was his fourth game, with 3 touchdowns, a passer rating of over 135 plus. Mayfield, Goff, Allen, and Cousins each down. Wait a minute, have done it twice, I should say, and the rest of the NFL combined has only done it 5 times.
Yeah.
Okay, and the last thing is, this was Jackson's 6th straight game with a passer rating of 100 plus 275 as far as passing yards, and the only other player to do that, Peyton Manning, 7 straight in 2012 through 2013. Aaron Rodgers, 7 straight, 2011. And again, Manning, 6 straight in 2012. These are all, this is telling you where, the 2 guys we just mentioned aren't running quarterbacks. Those are passing quarterbacks.
And
right?
so which means we're not even mentioning the other, 400 or 500 yards.
Right.
Like,
those are passing guys. Aaron Rodgers and Peyton Manning.
Two of the greats.
Right.
So, yeah, he's at another level. I'm going to drop one more thing here on what I've been witnessing, and especially the last 2 years. You know how LeBron James, during his – I mean, obviously, he's still playing, which is ridiculous. But, you had the Kobe-LeBron debate. And if you said, like, LeBron is the better player because he has more in the tool belt, right? He can do more. You say he's the better player, but other people would say, no, Kobe. And their point would be because who would you want taking the last shot? And everybody would say, oh, that's Kobe. That's kind of where Lamar is going to have to get. He's going to have to get to that part where people will say, yeah, he's putting up the numbers. He can run better. He's more dynamic. But who would I want with the ball on the last drive? He or Patrick Mahomes? It's going to be interesting to see this season because I have a feeling they're going to have to run into each other again. Can he finally outduel him? Because that's the last little thing. That's the one chink in the armor. Is they're going to say, yeah, but with the last drive, can he get it done against that team? Or can he, outduel Patrick Mahomes?
We saw it in week 1. I mean, he threw a touchdown. Guy's foot was on the line.
Right there.
It was right there, and you can look and go, well, it didn't count. But he made the play.
He made the play, and that's what I mean.
That was on fourth down.
He's the best.
Right.
He is better than Patrick Mahomes right now. Not saying the whole this season and really the last season and a half.
I don't even think it's a
he's
debate.
Better than Patrick Mahomes. He's playing the position better. He's more accurate. He has more yards. He has more touchdowns. He runs better. He's the best player in all of football for the last couple of seasons.
And Patrick Mahomes, imagine if he had Patrick Mahomes' defense, where he would be. I mean,
that's kind of scary.
No, right?
Yeah.
Because he's winning in spite of the defense.
That was ridiculous. His
their
defense was terrible last
is 27th. The Ravens have always had 27th.
Boy, Ray Lewis rolling around his grave. Ed Reed is rolling around his grave right
Even
now.
if they're not dead.
I know.
Okay.
I know. Fully aware. Don't interrupt the good joke, okay, with semantics over there, okay?
I got you.
I'm just like, what is going on? This is not how you associate the Ravens with this kind of defense. And they were just Joe Burrow was getting busy last night. I know he's looking like, how did I lose this game?
Amazing.
Which we're going to have a conversation later about.
No doubt.
That.
All right, 877-99 on Fox, 877-996-6369. It's simple. Is Lamar Jackson the best player in the NFL right now? The best player, period. If not, give us the name. Tell us who it is. If you're still on that Patrick Mahomes bandwagon, call up and tell us why. Let's go here. Blind Seahawks fan in Olympia, Washington. You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, bud?
Yo.
Rob Parker and Kelvin Washington. How you guys doing?
What's up, brother?
There you go, Kelvin Washington.
Hey, I'm getting good at it. But I have to agree. I mean, at this point, I think Lamar Jackson is the best quarterback in the league. But I mean, it could change, right? I mean, best.
No, we're talking about right now. I mean, because it's got to be based on right now.
Well, when you say it can change, what do you mean it could change? Are you saying because of a loss or because?
I'm not saying because of a loss. What I'm saying is if he comes and poo-poos the bed in like the first round of the playoffs, then like that changes it for me. And if Lamar Jackson wants a long
and if he wins a Super, let me ask you this, okay? He beats Mahomes in the playoff game. They win a Super Bowl. Where would he be to you?
Oh, he's locked in as best player in the league. And what I was going to say is he don't even have to win the Super Bowl. He just has to make it for me. I was telling Rob G that it's just like he's showing improvement. Last year he made the AFC.
I get it. No, that's fair.
And shutting his haters up about the passing. Like he improved his accuracy a lot, and now he's looking like someone who can last a lot longer in the NFL because those running quarterbacks, they have these issues where their ankles go bad or they're very injury prone.
I'm not. You know what? And I'll say this: you've been listening to the show for a long time, and you might even remember this. But at one point, Chris said that he would rather take
Lamar?
Kyler Murray over Lamar.
Yeah, that's crazy.
No, but that's what he said because he was worried about Lamar running, if he would be able to stay healthy. Yeah. I'm just saying, but that is to think where he's come from that you would take even mention Kyler Murray compared to Lamar.
Kyler Murray
is crazy.
He'll be fine. He'll have a nice 8-year, 10-year career, but he ain't Lamar.
877-99 on Fox. How about Harry in San Francisco,
What's
the most
up,
beautiful place on this country's continental.
Yeah,
on the continental United States, not Hawaii. San Francisco's beautiful.
I love San Fran, but that might be.
What's up, Harry?
What's going on, boys? How you doing today?
Doing well, brother.
Excellent. All right, so listen, I'm gonna jump right in. I want to agree with you, man. I want to, because both of you guys agree, and that's kind of rare. And I
know. I'm actually mad about it, to be honest, Harry. I'm mad.
I really want to go in with you because I don't love Patrick Mahomes. I'm a Niners fan, so he's killed me a couple times. But
let me tell you this: your coach has killed you a couple times. I got
that too.
Your coach has killed you.
Yeah, we already went through that. I agree with you. Hey, so here's the thing. I feel like it's kind of saying Marino's better than Montana or something. At the end of the day, you got a guy who has proven it, and I don't like saying it, but it's the truth. Mahomes has done it. Athletically speaking, eye test, Lamar passes every test. He's better than everybody in the league, bar none. I agree. However, at the end of the day, if you're asking me a certain question, like I kind of would rather have Mahomes going into the fourth quarter in the Super Bowl.
So that's why I gave that LeBron-Kobe comparison, where LeBron was doing more. He can rebound better. He can pass better. He can maybe even get more points in the game. But people always say, well, it comes down to that last shot, who you want, LeBron or Kobe. And that's where people are like Kobe, even though LeBron may be the better player. But that's what's interesting. But I would say this. That still doesn't make him necessarily a better player. He's just better in the clutch. I may concede that point.
Last year they got to the AFC Championship game. They lost. People forget that Lamar finished the playoffs with an average of 290 yards, right, per game in the postseason, 5 total touchdowns, 1 interception. And don't forget the other one that Flowers fumbled at the 1-yard line, which in the AFC Championship game, which really changed that game, if you remember.
Yeah, no, that was huge.
That was huge. And remember, Mahomes and them didn't score in the second half.
Too, yeah.
I mean, remember, and there was another penalty that cost him a field goal because of some unsportsmanlike conduct. Rob G., what else?
Well, just to add some context to the Lamar numbers, that was across 2 games, right? So 5 total touchdowns, 1 pick. Patrick Mahomes, who won the Super Bowl in 4 games, 297 total yards per game, so a little bit better than Lamar. 6 total touchdowns, 1 pick.
Right.
The difference is one guy won, the other guy lost.
That's what I'm saying.
So the mythology is so much different.
That's what we talk about. Winning changes everything, and the way you look at stuff, it covers everything. And that's why the last 2 years, people don't want to hear about Mahomes' struggles because they've won. They've won the Super Bowl.
Right.
So they don't want to hear it. Let's squeeze one more in. Brandon, our man in Riverside, California. You're on the Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio. What's up, B?
I'm good. What's going on, man?
Yo.
I'm with you all because I think Lamar is the MVP. He's been the best ball player in the league for at least the last, I'd say, 2.5 years? Because a couple years ago he got hurt half of that season.
Right.
And as far as his numbers have been amazing. And remember, we got to give I want people to give him his flowers just like we was doing with Mahomes. When Mahomes had Tyreek Hill lined up and he had like 50 touchdowns that year, and we were saying he was the best thing since sliced bread and everything else. Do the same thing with Lamar. Lamar, he's just killing it. He can run. The dude, like when they was down 21-7, I was like, they're going to come back.
I know, like that. You did feel that way,
and that is a great sign of when you're on another level, because that's how we felt about Patrick Mahomes for the last 5-6 years.
You're not turning that game off. And one of my buddies, he texts me, Divine. He's like, Lamar got to get it going. I said, dude, it's the second half. Like the game ain't over yet. Yeah, just relax with that, because he is so dynamic, and we talk about it all the time. But Man, what a show we watched last night.
No, it was spectacular. It is the odd couple, Rob, Parker, Kelvin Washington. There's another part of this game, Rob, we've been talking about, of course, is Lamar Jackson. And by the way, we started off, we did give Joe Burrow some love, dude. He has been on fire this season.
And it all went for naught.
You can put him in the category of, come on, defense. I mean, dude has been on fire. However, a couple things happened last night that we got to talk about in the end of the game, towards the end of the game, which was when they scored the touchdown, they being the Bengals, and they decided to go for two. Joe Burrow doesn't complete the pass, gets smacked in the face. Folks are mad they didn't call that. For me,
they're not calling that.
That was, and it wasn't the game. Like, you already threw the ball. Like, the pass was already out. So, yes, they could have called that. And, yes, he was smacked in the face, 100%. But that actually had nothing to do with the play. You get what I mean? Like, he didn't get something while he was throwing it, or it wasn't. But there was also the tight end that was held coming off the line as well. So there's that. But I want to talk more about the decision to go for it. And I didn't like the decision to go for it. I know that's much more trendy now. I know plenty of teams do that, including the Ravens. John Harbaugh's made a career of going for that, including Dan Campbell, who has done it to spectacular ends, a lot of times in favorably, and other times blunders, like the NFC Championship. The reason I didn't like the Bengals doing that is because you are fighting for your possible playoff life. And you are in a position to tie this game up, and then there's a 50-50 coin flip, you know what I mean, if you were to get this thing back and go to score. Now, I understand there was still time on the clock, 38 seconds or so, a couple timeouts for the Ravens. But to me, you taking this chance, they still have time on the clock. You get what I mean? So if you don't get this, they've got time on the clock. Well, they win the game. But, I mean, if you get this, they still have 38 seconds, two timeouts to go and kick a field goal because they'd only be down by one. So, to me, your playoff is on the line. If you were the Ravens and you went for it or something, all right, cool, because we're 6-4 or 6-3 at the time. Okay, we're 6-4 now, blah, blah, you move on. You are 5. You're trying to become 5-5, the Bengals, trying to stay in this playoff hunt. You can't risk this because you don't have the luxury because you dug yourself in this hole so far in the beginning of the season. So to me, I look at it as you take the points, you tie the game, you trust your defense can hold them a couple of times, just a few plays on.
How? Were you watching the game?
I was watching the game.
How are they going to hold them? Let me tell you something.
38 seconds, I'm feeling like I should be able to hold you.
Nah, I think that's the right move. As a team on the road, when you're in that position, you have a chance to win, just like we thought Week 1 against the Chiefs. That touchdown counted. There's no doubt in my mind the Ravens would have gone for the win. You're on the road. You're in a situation, and especially if you're looking at it and you're Joe Burrow and you're the Bengals, the better team is the other team. So you just want to try to win, hope that you can make a play or he'll throw in an interception or you know what I mean, or misplay to give yourself a chance to win. Because if he gets the ball back anyway, he's probably going to, probably could get a
field
goal or something anyway. I
hear that, but
I'm trying to get the win, and I don't have a problem with that.
But you can't afford that loss, Rob. If they were, like I said, they were 5-3. I get it, trying to get this win. Okay, you can't afford another loss. They're probably one more loss away from not being in the postseason.
But that doesn't guarantee that you were going to win if you just if you take the extra point.
But I'm not guaranteed. I know. I get that. But I'm also tied up. You get what I mean? I'm also tied the game, so I'm not out of it yet. If I go for this, don't get it, I'm literally done. And I get it. You're going for a chance. You're going for a chance to win it. But I just look at it as, man, look, if you don't get this, you lose the game. Now you're 4-6. You put so much onus on your team to have to continue to win out. And at this point, now you keep putting yourself further and further in the hole. Because even in your own division, you have the Ravens, obviously, with a better record. You got the Steelers with a better record. And you're just sitting here, and that doesn't even mention the other teams in other divisions who will get a spot in the playoffs just by winning their division. So it's like me taking this risk. I feel like, boom, we kick it, we tie it up, great. Hope our defense can just hold them one time, guys. We only ask you to do a little bit.
Did you see the game?
I did see the game.
Them.
I know, but I got to depend on you here. to
No,
just
you're
get it back to overtime, where if we get the ball, by the way, they weren't stopping
But
us
you gotta
either.
feel good, Joe Burrow, right? And my point is that their defense wasn't good, right? Their
Right, that's
defense
what I'm saying.
So why not try to score the 2 points when their defense hasn't been good and Joe Burrow's had his way with them? It's been porous.
Because the
It
same
makes
thing
sense.
applies. The 38 seconds and 2 touchdowns applied either way. Meaning, you go for it, you're up 1. They still got 38 seconds and 2 timeouts.
Right, but
If we were to kick it, we were to kick it and tie it,
yeah,
they
but
still have 38 seconds
They
and 2
could
timeouts.
move the ball down. They could miss it. You could block the kick. There's a lot of things that can happen with the lead, and there's more pressure on them, right, if you're behind to maybe do something crazy. Rob G, jump in because I'm saying I love the idea of trying to win the game at that point and go ahead and not settle for a tie.
I'm saying
Kelvin is saying
you gotta know the time of the season, dude. We are fighting for our playoff lives. We can't lose this game.
Can't means unable to. You mean mayn't. Okay.
This guy.
This guy.
I hate that you put me in this position because I think you both make very good points.
No, pick
Come
a
on,
side.
Judge.
My opinion is because both defenses were so bad, whoever would have got the ball first in overtime was going to win. And I think that Cincinnati was like, we're not going to put it to that kind of a risk. We haven't stopped these guys in
the
20 minutes.
Right, in the fourth quarter. They got it wasn't like the defense had played.
But to Calvin's point, I bet you even if they make the 2, they weren't going to stop Lamar from coming back and kicking a field goal.
I get it, but it might not be Lamar. It might be the kicker who misses it or has it blocked. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, it might not be Lamar ultimately that seals your fate.
I think my biggest thing, you just put so much onus on a 2-point conversion to borderline save your season. You get what I mean? Like, now you lose that. Okay, so now we're 4-6. We can't lose, but one, I would argue, maybe that's it. One game now.
Rob G, I do want to say this. After that performance, you have open mic privileges for the rest of the show, okay?
Thank you, Rob.
Yes.
You're proud? You like that?
Yes, because he's on my side.
Did he really answer it, though?
He did.
Did you answer it?
Yes.
You just talk and say nothing. That's what
that was pretty good because I don't even know that.
He's on my side.
Someone was like, "Damn, he
He's
just trying to
be.
right there."
I feel like
you're the new guy.
No, I feel like he just explained both of our sides for us.
No.
I don't feel like he actually said
he understands
X.
it.
He said, "Dang, like
Rob
Rob,
you have to make the call. You're the coach. You're in that situation.
Look at him over there. He still don't want to do it. Look at him. See, he don't even want to do it.
Rob G, you know what? Turn his mic off.
No more Alex. Turn his mic off.
Turn his mic off. Turn his mic off.